Hello and welcome to #The Platform. We are live from the London South East College's Bexley campus. I'm Callum.
And I'm Selena. Today we're in conversation with Anne Milton, the Ministry of State for Apprenticeships and Skills. Welcome, Anne.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you here. First of all, I'd say thank you for coming to our college. It means everything to us, and we hope you have loved the LSEC facilities we have here.
Fantastic facilities, and I think more important than anything, wonderful students and learners.
I am quite wonderful.
They're absolutely brilliant, but you do have fantastic facilities. I gather you're the only college broadcasting live, so that's brilliant, really.
It's exciting for us as well.
Yeah.
So it is wonderful to have you here. As you're quite unusual as in the MP state. You actually attended an FE college. And what made you choose to attend an FE college rather than main education that MPs go on to?
So I got elected in 2005, so my background isn't particularly typical at that time of members of Parliament, although, you know, there's a huge variation. I trained as a nurse and worked in the NHS for 25 years. In fact, you will think I attended an FE college, but that campus became an FE college.
Did it?
It was a grammar school, yeah.
Wow.
So I was at a grammar school. It's now a sixth-form college and then FE college.
Well, that's good. What were your ambitions when you went to the grammar school or the college?
Oh, if anybody had mentioned to me that I would go into politics, I would have thought that they were mad, actually. I never considered politics as a career till I was over 40. I knew very little about Parliament, knew very little about political life. I didn't know anybody in political life. And I decided that there weren't enough women in Parliament and there weren't enough people with a sort of background that I had. So bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I set off down the path, knowing nothing. And the lesson is that you can do what you want to do.
Got thrown into the deep end, so to speak.
I did get thrown into the deep end.
You've done quite well for yourself, so
Thank you very much.
You must be very proud of yourself.
I'm pleased, yes. I achieved what I set out to achieve and more.
Oh, good.
So, from being in the same education background as most of the young people these days, what advice would you give to said young people going forward in life after their GCSEs?
I think it's important not necessarily to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's about deciding what you want to do next, because the work is changing, jobs are changing, the pace of technology is phenomenal. And so all you need to do is to have a plan for the next few years. Nothing is out of reach or beyond your limits. So don't limit yourself because you don't think you can do it. You know, I'm an example of that. So don't limit yourself. Try and achieve your best at all times, and the sky's your limit.
Oh, good. I can still be an astronaut then.
You can still be. Well, if you want to do something badly enough, you possibly can.
Well, what was your journey on to becoming an MP? Because as you said, you were a nurse, but is there anything you had in between that, or was it just from nurse to MP?
No, just from nurse to MP, although I wasn't actually nursing, so I used to give advice to social housing providers. Yeah. So I worked not so far away from here. I worked mostly in Hackney Borough, but also in the City of London with giving medical advice. And I literally did one day think, oh, do you know, I quite fancy being an MP. And it was. I can still remember the day. I can remember what I was doing.
Oh, if you don't
what
mind me
was I
asking,
doing?
What was you doing?
I was making steak and kidney pie, actually.
Oh, that is brilliant.
So now the nation knows that at the moment I decided I wanted to be an MP.
You were cooking dinner?
I was cooking steak and kidney pie.
I love steak and kidney pie, so if you want to give me a recipe, that
Okay.
As you are the Minister of Apprenticeships and Skills, why do you think apprenticeships are so valuable for training young people?
The wonderful thing about an apprenticeship is that you're learning while you're earning. You have to have 20% of your job has to be off the job and in training. it's an opportunity for absolutely everybody. So it's an opportunity for very bright young people who achieved a lot at school, and it's an opportunity for people for whom school didn't work. It doesn't work for everybody. It can be a second, a third, a fourth, fifth chance. It can be an opportunity for people who've maybe had children, taken time off work, don't want to go back into the old job, the hours are very long, and retrain something. I recently met a woman who was a single parent with a couple of kids, and she'd worked in essentially an office environment, and she gave it all up and was doing a level 2 apprenticeship in construction, and she wanted to work in the construction industry.
Oh, it's really good.
So the idea of an apprenticeship, well, the idea behind apprenticeships is that it doesn't matter where you come from, or who you know, or where you were born, everybody gets a chance.
Everyone gets a chance
and
to...
for employers, the crucial thing for employers is that they get the opportunity to have somebody in their organisation who's not only working with them, but learning at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like a breath of fresh air through their organisation.
Could you also say that with an apprenticeship you could be some sort of securing a job role with whoever you're working with? To say they like you so much they bring you on it? To secure job
I think,
roles?
yes, and if I think of the apprentices I've met, some of them doing a level 1, companies and employers take this really seriously. They give them some mentoring, some support through their apprenticeship. And as you say, it's a way of organisations bringing young people on. So there are lots of people who maybe, as I say, don't have very good exam results, but are very able, very skilled, taken on by an employer, and what the employer gets an opportunity to do is to help them achieve their potential and get the skills that they desperately need within their business.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you think apprenticeships can be of equal value as traditional A-level routes or university routes?
I think one of the problems is if you talk to a lot of young people today, all they think about is university. And the wonderful thing about a degree apprenticeship, say, and we're offering apprenticeships around, we aren't, employers are offering them at every single level, is that you get to get some work skills, so you've got job experience, you're earning money, you're getting a degree, and at the end of it, you have no student debt. So there's not a lot not to like about that.
Earning money is a good thing for me.
Earning money and no debt, but I think the really important thing is you come out with your degree and you've got a track record in employment.
Yeah.
So you will be streets ahead.
You already have that experience, don't you?
Exactly that.
For going into your chosen business, so to speak. So that's very interesting. So have you got any advice for young people who are just finishing up their GCSEs and who are going on to further education, maybe an apprenticeship or college? You got any advice for them?
Yeah, I'd say spend quite a lot of time on the internet and have a look at what's around. There are a lot. If you Google apprenticeships, you'll come up with lots of websites. There's Find an Apprentice, where you put in your postcode and it'll tell you the apprenticeships available near where you live. Don't automatically think of one route. Your families and those advising you, which includes your teachers, might be pushing you in a direction. Well, put your arm out and stop them. Go and do some research yourself, because there are so many opportunities out there. University is right for some people. You will need a university education for some professions.
But sometimes people don't want to go on.
But far less so than used to be the case. It's not just these days about the knowledge you've got. It's about the skills and knowledge that you've got. And that's how the workplace is changing. So everybody within this college who's doing an apprenticeship is leading the way.
Oh, that's very good. That's very interesting, obviously, because I want to go off to university, but I know that some people don't want to do that. So I think that's university sounds fun as well.
When you go home it sounds fun. It's quite expensive fun.
Yeah, I've looked at that bit as well.
So when you go home tonight, go on, find an apprenticeship website and put in your postcode, and let's see if you have just an inkling of a second thought. Yeah, you might do.
I might do. Well, sadly, that's all we have time for today.
Thank you again for coming.
Yeah.
It was lovely to meet you. Yeah.
It was.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Glad you enjoyed your time.
And all these lovely staff, who your viewers can't see but are standing there watching.
They're supportive and brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, This has been Callum Selina, live in conversation, live at the #ThePlatform.